It's me again, and I'm having difficulty today. I did this, like I said, to share information, to have conversations that otherwise we couldn't have. Now, I forgot that I have a MeWe. Um, I have a Parler too. Well, I did. I don't know. I haven't. Whatever happened to Parler? I never went back. Um, MeWe is Kelly Kearns, member since September 2020. Wife, mother, crazy mama, and proud of it. I shared this that says important, and this was the Adnan, I guess, talking. I said, listen to them when they speak. They're telling you. And speaking of de-evolution, hello. Yeah, I've seen that video. The last video I did, I think 10 people saw it, and it was me, cheesy little video with my camera, showing you them saying it's not going to stop transmission and we can't possibly know about shedding. Well, apparently, we know. So, 19 doctors agree something, it's on. Well, I don't want to lose that. This is what I want you to see. When I start feeling low, this is the guy I come to. This is David Whitehead, DW Truth Warrior, on Telegram. If you don't have Telegram, get Telegram.
It seems many are having tech problems lately. Yeah. We're at war, okay? Let's never forget that. We're at war, and trust me, there's one side of this war that doesn't want any of us talking. They want us distanced from each other in every possible conceivable way.
Glare.
They don't want this to work. They own the radio waves. They own the Googles and the big monopoly corporations that now get to have this fascistic, totalitarian power, apparently, working behind the scenes with their government, with our governments, to push only one narrative so that everybody just follows what they want to do and what benefits them. And so we're trying to glitch the matrix here. Just risking what it takes to risk getting online, creating pages, creating content, trying to cover the stuff that you want to cover, talk about the issues that are important to you. Whether you're just a person out there that's just going on social media to chat and share messages and share links and share information and share shows like these, you're getting censored and banned and taken down. And they've got the monopoly. So we're in an uphill battle that I think we're winning and we're going to win. We actually, I think we have the numbers. It's just these people have all the money, power, and influence. They control the mainstream media, and they control Google and Amazon and all the big companies and the big monopoly. They run all that stuff. So we're fighting against the most powerful forces in the world.
It's going to do it again. Glitch the matrix, right? Well, I've had a lot of difficulty trying to share his words with you. DW Truth Warrior, that started at 6 minutes, 34 seconds of the video called Canada is Waking Up. It's on Rockfin. He's on other platforms. Again, get Telegram. If you don't have him, have Telegram. You're missing out on a lot. Canada is Waking Up featuring Mark Friesen, the Grizzly Patriot, and he doesn't come in until about a half hour. The main thing this morning, David Whitehead was his video from a couple days ago. I'm behind on everything. The real reason people don't think for themselves. And he goes into, he's a martial arts instructor. So he's learned from the masters, and there's a lot of philosophy involved in martial arts. But he goes into self-esteem. Now, at the beginning of this, one of my first videos, I had said my son sent me a link to the audio book, Unfuck Yourself, Get Out of Your Head and Into Your Life. It's by Gary John Bishop, all about self-talk. Well, not all about, but it starts out with self-talk. The way we talk to ourselves. And we're pretty much all guilty of that. I don't know anyone that doesn't do it. You know, when you, well, that was stupid, but what'd you do that for? We talk to ourselves poorly. There was a video, episode 42 on David Martin World of Activate Humanity. James Purpura goes into basically how we can be in command of our own energy. And talking about, I can't remember the name of the technique, darn it, but releasing pain. We store our psychological pain in our body. Go through that with him. I cried like a big baby. Unfortunately, there's a lot to cry about, but, not really. Not really. I've been very blessed in the amount of people that love me. I was raised between two families. And then they remarried, so I've got 4 families. Very blessed. But, with our families, not all of them are aware. They think we're crazy. Maybe we are. I don't know. Who wants to look at reality, right? But that's the thing, is the psychological aspect of this. Some of these people, to wake them up, to push them to wake up, don't do it. It's dangerous. When they have the cracks in the illusion, help them to see. Spread those cracks. Everybody's is different. Some people are seeing the health aspect. I thought I could show people the health aspect. My last real post to Facebook, a woman that knows me attacked me. Now, I told you, my brother has cystic fibrosis. That is a lung condition. Okay, when you restrict your breathing, if you've got any kind of heart problem, any high blood pressure, it's not a good deal. Kidney issues, that exchange is part of your acid-base cycle. When you get rid of carbon dioxide and take oxygen, it keeps your pH level. What happens when you become too acidic for too long? I'm afraid I truly am afraid of what we're going to find, years down the road from this. Iatrogenic, meaning caused from the medical system. Iatrogenic death, IATROGENIC, I think. I don't have a pen to write it down and look. Iatrogenic causes are like number 1 right now. Number 1 cause of death. It'd been running at number 3, but I think right now we're up to number 1. I cannot be silent while so many people are being hurt. So I am trying to put out information any way I can. I'm hoping, and I've started conversations with many of you. That video that they took down, I was just showing you their own words. If this truly is shedding, and I think that's, I don't know, the last week I've been in silence a lot because my head is just, wow. In fact, there's a trip I went down that I need to show you if I've got time. I've got 15 minutes because without it going through some other authorization, which I don't want to give any more consent to anything. I come across a link that my mom had sent me on Telegram. It had a whole bunch of links, and most of those were about Billy Boy and old Jeffy, he didn't kill himself. But at the bottom was John Coleman. Now, I know of a Dr. John Coleman. I don't think it's the same guy. This guy is a historian. I added it to my Essential to Understanding list. Dr. John Coleman. I'm going to show you this little part because it's cute. Oh, crap. That figures. It's on the committee of... Can you see it? No. It's a conference from 1994. This is cute.
Thank you for that great welcome. It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be among you here this morning. Looking at all these big fellows around the place, I feel a little small in stature, but I would remind you what Wellington told the German General Blücher at Waterloo when he rode up to inspect Wellington's troops. He saw the Scots and the Irish Guards on the hillside. He rode through them and he turned to Wellington and said, "They're rather small, aren't they?" And Wellington said, "Yes, but they don't run away."
They don't run away. Yeah, those are my people. We weren't treated very well either. But listen to this. And yes, it's an hour and 43 minutes. After the first 20 minutes, I'm texting my mom, did you actually watch this? It explains exactly what is happening right now. And names names. This has been very thorough, and it's been since the very beginning. And that is my point. He talks about King George being Venetian. Well, I've been saying for months now, we know East India Trading Company, which he talks about, but who were they? You know, this goes back. This is the same cycle throughout history. I went back to world history. The Phoenicians were the first world travelers, right? So I looked up who are the Phoenicians. This has gone off in a totally different direction. So let me find this. They are the Canaanites. And it talks about, get off of this. I can't get off of it. It talks about their relationship with the Israelites. All right, here it is. Biblicalarchaeology.com. Do I have time to read that? Okay, sorry. Who were the Phoenicians? Where did they come from? Where did they live? With whom did they trade? Efren Stern, I'm going to pronounce these things wrong, addresses these questions and much more in his article, Phoenicia and its Special Relationship with Israel. Published in November, he explores the rise and fall of the Phoenician Empire and highlights the special relationship that Phoenicians had with their neighbors, the Israelites. The Bible records that the Phoenicians had a close relationship with the Israelites. Their royalty married each other, they traded with each other, and significantly, they never went to war with each other, Stern writes. The Phoenicians were the nearest people to the ancient Israelites in every respect. Who were the Phoenicians? Stern identifies the Phoenicians as the Canaanites, who survived into the first millennium BCE. The Phoenicians were the late Canaanites of the first millennium, Iron Age through Roman period, descendants of the Canaanites of the second millennium BCE, Middle Bronze Age through Late Bronze Age. Phoenicians was the name given to this people by the Greeks. But the Phoenicians continued to refer to themselves as Canaanites or by the names of their principal cities. During the second millennium, the Canaanites controlled Palestine, Transjordan, and Syria, from Ugarit down to the Egyptian border, and they developed a rich culture. Around 1200 BCE, they were forced out of these countries by the Armenians and the Neo-Hittites in the north, the Israelites and the Sea Peoples in the south, and by the Ammonites, Moabites and Edomites in the east. Between about 1200 and 1050 BCE, they retained control of a greatly reduced area, the narrow coastal strip of Lebanon between Arwad, Tyre, and Echo. Most of these population lived in 5 main cities: Arwad, Byblos, Burtus, Sidon, and Tyre. Just a little bit. Phoenicia didn't stop there. Toward the end of the 11th century, they began establishing colonies in the west, in Cyprus, Sicily, Sardinia, Malta, southern Spain, and northern Africa. They soon had created an empire for themselves, but unlike other empires forged by war, this was an empire built on trade. Their commercial empire would last for nearly a millennium. The Phoenicians successfully created a vast trading network, but even this could not last forever. Sharing the fate of many others, the Phoenician Empire ultimately fell to Rome. So, ding, 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 flashing lights, that's a path we need to follow. I need to follow. There's something else, but it's behind a paywall, and I don't know if I'm going to pay for it or not. But anyway, just part of what's going on that I wanted to share information on. The 19 doctors, I will do another show on that because there's great people there. Anyway, that's enough for now. Much love. I'll be back.